Hey everybody, welcome back to B-Dubs Disc Golf. Quick question, how many of you have actually seen every single day of Bretmas? Feel free to throw it down in the comment and say you have done the 12 days of Bretmas, and that would be really cool if you have done that. Well, we're finally here. It is the 12th day of Bretmas, and my true love gave to me a disc cart, a karting. I'm really leaning into this 12 Days of Christmas lining here. I don't know if this is more expensive than a tech disc, but I know it can get up there in price. But if that disc golfer in your life, especially if they're old man like me, get them one of those, it doesn't have to be a Zuka cart, but I know Zuka makes it. I think a variety of different companies make carts that you can, instead of a bag, you got your disc in a cart, you pull it along, and a lot of them you can even sit on it. They turn into a seat. So if you got a disc golf in your life that plays tournaments and wants a disc cart, I think it could be a really good gift. So on the 12th day of Bretmas, my true love gave to me a cart for a disc karting, or a disc cart to go karting. I don't know. I'll figure out how to make it work. But happy Christmas Eve, everyone. Hope you've got all your shopping done, and hopefully that Christmas is more than just presents. I hope you can have some really awesome time with your family and have a really just a good, just a good season for yourself and for those around you. And if you happen to be spending Christmas alone, just remember you're never alone. And I hope that you can just enjoy some time on your own and hopefully think about the positive things in your life. And I wish the very best for you, and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Well, today's video is based on a question that someone asked me. And someone asked me recently, hey Brett, how far can you throw a disc? And I gave kind of an answer that I think is true, but I don't know if I've ever actually tried to determine how far I can throw a disc. So I have actually warmed up a little bit, and I'm out here in a pretty large field, and I'm going to see how far I can throw a disc. And I've got some decent disc options. Most of these discs are Prodigy, but I've decided to go outside of the Prodigy box for this video and get back to a disc that I used to throw a lot and threw very well, and that is the Discraft Thrasher. This is a very good disc. And then another disc that I tried, but I don't know if it will be good, is Streamline Discs Jet. So I've been told that this flies pretty far. And then, of course, I've brought out the recent Trail. So we're going to see how far this disc flies. And then, of course, when it comes to Prodigy, for me, it's always been a D4. I'm going to see if my D1 does well for me. And then I'll also pull out my H7, which, assuming it doesn't flip too much, put a little bit of hyzer on it, and I think it might go pretty far. So we've got a number of discs here. Let's see what happens. I've decided to start off with the D6, which I threw recently in Florida. I remember it flipping, so we're going to have to put some hyzer on this. That was a bad throw. Trail. That is throw number 2, D1. Streamline Jet. Huh. That actually got some turn on it. D4. That went far. This I have not thrown in a very long time. This was a gift. Astronaut. Numbers 12, 6, -4, 1. Another bad throw. H7. Thrasher. Let's see if this rolls again. And it's rolling. Oh, no, it didn't roll. Another astronaut. Oh, bad throw again. Ultralight, D4. Ooh, that is flippy. Good to know. Another Thrasher. Oh, why am I doing that? Not good. Lots of slippery. The D4 that's in my bag. Oh, slipped again. All right, folks, some bad throws. So of all the discs that I threw, the farthest one was my white D4, which is actually not in my bag, but this is in 400 plastic, and it's 171 grams, and it went 300 feet. So, not my best. I think I could do better than that. So let's see if we can do better than that on going back. We're gonna do this one last. D6. Trail. Too high, too nose up. Horrible. One thing I'm noticing is throwing a disc hard is really not the way to go. D1. The Jet. That was a better throw. Astronaut. H7. Thrasher. Much better throw. Ultralight D4. D4 from my bag. And last round's winner, Prodigy D4, 400 plastic. Those were some better throws. Those were better throws. It's interesting. I purposely tried to slow down a little bit, and I'm pretty confident I was able to throw farther as a result of slowing down. Very counterintuitive. It reminds me of the lessons that I would give my son in golf. And he would always try to kill the ball with the stick. But I would tell him, you know, relax, calm down a little bit. I promise you, the ball will go farther. Same is true with disc. Who knew? So the winner this round was my pink thrasher. And so first round, there was my white D4, threw that around 300 feet. And this one clocked in about 303 feet. And so in general, what it looks like, how far can I throw? I can throw 300 feet. And that's with, you know, a light breeze, flat, not uphill or downhill. And so planets not aligned. I feel like I've thrown farther before, but a ball don't lie. So how far can B-dubs throw a disc? 300 feet. Maybe I can throw further, you know, who knows. But what I'm gonna do is one more round with the pink thrasher, the white D4, and then the D4 from my bag, because that one also came in a little close. See if I can't dial this one in a little farther, who knows. All right, here's the plan. I'm gonna throw my white D4, my pink D4, and my pink thrasher. And we're gonna see who wins of these three on the way down. And then we're gonna do it last time on the way back, and we will declare a winner and how far can B-dubs throw. All right, let's start with my D4. So I have a hot take for you. And my hot take is this: distance doesn't matter. The thing is, like, everyone's trying to get distance. And granted, you know, I'm 50 plus years old. I can't throw 500 feet, I know that. I would say if I get some lessons or actually worked on my form, I could probably push 400 maybe. But to be honest with you, most of the courses that I play in tournaments and just for fun, I don't need to throw more than 300 feet. It's actually pretty rare. And the times when I do need to throw more than 300 feet, it's almost guaranteed it's gonna be downhill, or in a situation where it's gonna be aided. So that's my hot take for today. Distance doesn't matter. And maybe it's just sour grapes because I thought I could throw farther. I don't know, take it for what you want, but I'm good. Prodigy D4, 400 plastic, 171 grams, 312 feet. Pink Thrasher, 291 feet. My pink D4 from my bag, also 291 feet. With 2 wins under its belt, we have white D4. With only 1 win under its belt, Thrasher, but the Thrasher won going back this way. So will it win again going back this way? And so let's give it a shot. So we're gonna start off with the D4 from my bag, and then we'll go pink Thrasher, and then we'll go white D4. Also keep in mind, I am not a professional. I do not have professional form, and the variation in my throws is higher than someone who is good at disc golf. So when I get a good throw, it's going to be more about it being a good throw versus the disc. But I think I've thrown enough discs to get a sense of my distance and to get a sense of which discs fly the furthest for me. So, Prodigy, it looks like you might be the furthest throwing disc for me. You're welcome. At 282 feet, Prodigy D4 from my bag. Coming in at 294 feet, the pink Thrasher. And the winner for today, coming in at a respectable 304 feet, the white 400 plastic D4. And for winning, your prize is replacing my pink D4 in my bag. How far can B-dubs throw a disc? Well, I can throw it at least 300 feet. And today my farthest was 312, which is fine. And so I would imagine on a planets aligned day, I might be able to get 350, and with the right wind and the downhill, maybe hit 400. But when I answer that question, if I answer that question truthfully, I'm going to say, hey, I can throw the disc over 300, which, like I said, my hot take, almost every course I have ever played tournament for MA50, and even quite frankly, watching the pros on Joe Mez, for the most part, there's a lot of baskets that if you can throw a disc 300 feet, you're gonna be fine for par or for birdie. And I'm gonna pay attention to that in 2025. But does that mean I can't improve my form? Of course it means I can improve my form. And maybe, who knows, maybe this time next year, I'll throw 350, and maybe the following year I'll throw 400. I don't know. Or maybe, as a buddy of mine says, and I liked it a lot, I'm one injury away from never playing the sport again. So, hey, if you see me out there on the course, feel free to say hey, and thanks for watching. I definitely appreciate all of you, and have a very Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas Eve, y'all.